So Kayla asked me to talk about our journey to Japan. And I was up all night the night before. So we're going to start with the night before. So the night before we go to Japan, I get online to check us in for our flights. Realize our plane is leaving 40 minutes earlier than my schedule says. So I then go wake up a very angry Kayla and sort of awake Jessie and explain we're going to have to leave so much earlier. And I text Kayla's dad and I'm like, I think we're going to have to leave by 5:30 and it was this way. And then Jessie said we should leave at 5. And there was a whole lot of panic at about midnight 2 nights ago. And so we get on the plane. We finally get there. We wait another hour for our plane to get there. We get on the plane and it goes really good to LAX. And then we just hop on the plane to Narita. Kayla, Jameson, and Jessie got to sit by each other. And I was over on the opposite side of the plane by myself with Allie, who spoke no Japanese but has lived in Japan for 3 years. And then with Shoko, who spoke about 8 sentences in English. Most of them yes, no, thank you, and I'm sorry is what she spoke. I had a lot of fun with Shoko and Allie because we kind of muddled through what little everybody knew of what language. It was pretty entertaining. Shoko fell asleep on me for about 85% of the flight. So it was kind of fun to have very beautiful Japanese woman laying on me, she'd wake up and she'd go, "Oh, so sorry." So then when we got here, we had to figure out train passes, and we were all really tired and grumpy. And I didn't know how to fill our Suica cards. So we had to go to the train and ask, okay, how do we do this? And so we just bought train tickets for our first train. And when buying train tickets for our first train, we then got really lost. And thanks to Kayla's Japanese, first, using the train tickets, I forgot that everybody hasn't done trains. So what you do is you stick the ticket in, it comes out the other side if you're transferring, and then you take it and you go to the next train. Nobody else knew this, so I just walked through and kept going, and everybody else forgot their train tickets. So Kayla had to go back with Jameson to ask about the train tickets, and Kayla saved Jameson's life so he could get on the next train. It was kind of one of those things where now I have to rethink everything. Now I know that nobody else has done these things. And now I'm going to be okay, you tap the card and walk through and that sort of thing. Then we got on our train to Matsudo, which is a little local train. And then we met Nomad, who's our host at Matsudo Station. And he was wearing a big shirt that said Nomad across it. And we just walked up the street and came to our little apartment. And we all passed out really quickly. There was no fun last night. We just went to bed. And then everybody got up in the middle of the night to pee at about 3 a.m. And that's the story of how we got to Japan.